He's done it again. Donald Trump has targeted India yet again. Just 24 hours ago, he had threatened new tariffs on India, and now he's delivered. The 25% duty has been doubled, so tariffs on Indian goods will now stand at 50%. Trump has escalated his trade offensive, and this time India is squarely in his crosshairs. Earlier today, the US president signed an executive order. It says the same thing as the statements and social media posts, that India buys Russian oil, that is why it will face higher tariffs. That's essentially what Trump's executive order says. Now, these tariffs will take effect in September. And what happens to goods which are already in transit? They will be exempted. Let me put this in context. Does this new tariff apply to all Indian exports? The answer is no. There are some exemptions, like goods required for US national security, semiconductors and related electronics. Exports like pharma, steel and aluminium, they've all been exempted from the higher tariff because the US needs them. But beyond these goods, most Indian exports will be impacted. And remember, the US is India's largest export market. Bilateral trade last year crossed $130 billion. So this 50% import tax is not just a tariff, it's a penalty. And it's driven by politics, not trade. In fact, the order goes further. It also targets indirect imports. So if goods are routed through a third country, they will still face tariffs. There is no workaround. Basically, Donald Trump is turning up the heat. He's punishing India for buying Russian oil. And so far, New Delhi has stood its ground. A short while back, India issued a statement. It came from the Ministry of External Affairs. I have a copy of the statement. This is what it says. The United States has in recent days targeted India's oil imports from Russia. We have already made clear our position on these issues, including the fact that our imports are based on market factors and done with the overall objective of ensuring the energy security of 1.4 billion people of India. It is therefore extremely unfortunate that the US should choose to impose additional tariffs on India for actions that several other countries are also taking in their own national interest. We reiterate that these actions are unfair, unjustified, and unreasonable. India will take all actions necessary to protect its national interests. This is what the Indian statement has said. In an earlier statement, India had accused the United States and European Union of double standards. Remember, the EU continues to import energy from Russia. And despite Donald Trump's tough talk, America still buys uranium and fertilizers from Russia. Yesterday, Trump was confronted with this fact. Listen to how he responded.
India says that the US imports Russian uranium, chemicals, fertilizers, while criticizing their energy imports. Your response to that, sir?
I don't know anything about it. I'd have to check, but we'll get back to you on that. Yeah, please.
Well, that's Trump being Trump, dodging the tough questions and peddling falsehoods. The question at this moment is, what does India do next? There are two options. Option one, India could negotiate with the White House, and we know how Trump operates. He could announce a deal today, tear it up tomorrow, then return with a new set of demands. Plus, India would not want a deal that hurts its interests. And those issues, those sticking points have not changed. The other option is strategic diversification. Leverage India's broad network of partnerships, build long-term alternatives, and reduce dependence on unreliable markets like the United States of America. It won't be easy, it won't be quick, but it would be in the interest of India. And this is the path New Delhi seems to be taking. Which brings me to Russia. Despite the tariffs and the threats, India is doubling down on its ties with Russia. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval landed in Moscow today. This visit was planned months ago, but now it assumes greater importance. Doval met with senior Russian officials. He discussed a wide range of agenda items, from Russian oil to Russian defense supplies. He also discussed the S-400 defense system, the one that India is buying from Russia. India signed a $5.4 billion contract for the S-400 in the year 2018. 5 squadrons were ordered. 3 have been delivered and deployed. 2 systems are yet to be delivered. They could be fast-tracked after today's engagements. Now, this system, the S-400, has already proven crucial to India's defenses. In May this year, during Operation Sindoor, the S-400 reinforced India's aerial defences against Pakistani missiles and drones. Some reports suggest that India could seek more S-400 units from Russia. So clearly, Trump's tariffs have had no impact on this relationship. Later this month, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar will travel to Russia. He will co-chair an important meeting. The conversation will likely address energy supplies, tech transfers, and strategic infrastructure. President Putin is expected to visit India as well. This could happen in the coming months. So Doval's visit, followed by Jaishankar's trip, could lay the groundwork for Putin's visit to India. And that's not all. India is opening a second front as well, with China.
And here
New Delhi made a major announcement today. Prime Minister Modi will travel to China later this month. He will attend the SCO summit. SCO stands for the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. It's a grouping of Eurasian countries. Prime Minister Modi could meet President Xi Jinping of China on the sidelines of this summit. He had met the Chinese leader last year as well in Russia. Now, if the leaders meet again, expect them to send some signals. They may not address Trump's trade war directly, but it will shape their conversations. So join the dots. Doval's visit to Russia, Jaishankar's upcoming engagements in Moscow, and then Prime Minister Modi's visit to China. The message is consistent. India is asserting its right to choose, despite American pressure and in defiance of Trump's demands.